until one has loved an animal, a part of one's soul remains unawakened. Animals play an important role in everyday human life. In a country where dogs are poisoned, donkeys are beaten, and stray animals starve and die, there is someone trying to make a difference. A young animal lover has started one of Pakistan's first round-the-clock emergency rescue centers for animals.
Dogs Welfare Society was started on the 6th of March. How we started off is actually a very traumatic story. On the 5th of March, my friend Umar called me. There was a dog outside his home who had been shot in the face multiple times. Her wounds were so bad that they had blinded her in both her eyes. I looked for help for 2 hours and we didn't find anybody. So for 6 hours, because she was shot at around 6 a.m. So from 6 to 12 p.m. we were looking for help and we couldn't find anyone to help. By the time we got her to the vet, she was so bygone that we had to put her down. That incident shook me to the very core, and on the 6th of March, I formed Dogs Welfare Society. See, before that, I was talking about animal rights, and I was creating animal awareness and what animals go through in Pakistan. But that day, I realized that the day to just talk was over. If we really had to make a difference, we had to take some action. The one thing that I'm always asked when I talk about Dogs Welfare Society is, why Todd's? Todd was actually my 3-year-old Samoyed. 7 years ago, he walked out of the house for 5 minutes. And in those 5 minutes, everything changed. See, he never came back. We looked for hours, we looked for weeks, days, months, and we never found him. By a study done in the University of Cambridge in 2012, animals have a conscience. Now, what does that mean? That means that animals can think, feel, and respond to the environment around them, which means that just like us, they feel sad, and just like us, they feel angry and depressed. And that's the perception that I want to change. I want to change the way how we look at these animals, that they can think and feel, that they feel love and they feel hate and they feel sad. So we should stop treating them like they are just objects and products. The number one problem that we've faced till now is people find it hard to believe that we're working for animals. And then when I tell them what we're doing, the first question asked from me is, why animals? Why aren't you helping the humans? There's so many people starving outside. There are people homeless. And in a country like Pakistan, why are you doing this for animals? Look for your fellow Pakistanis first. And we need help all the time. How you can help us out is by donating to TWS. You can donate by giving us funds. You can also donate by giving us food and blankets, because winter is coming and things like these is what we need all the time.
I have a cat, and I've had a cat for about 3 or 4 years, and I really love my cat, and I love dogs as well. So that's why I come here and I like to play with them, and I hope to adopt it in the future.
University of Veterinary and Animal Sciences Pet Center is a government-owned organization which is the oldest teaching hospital of Asia, established in 1882 as Dog Hospital, upgraded to Pet Center with upgradation of the college to university in 2002. Before this new setup, the Dog Hospital had been engaged to provide indoor and outdoor treatment facilities to the animals. The Pet Center is working round the clock for the welfare of the patients and convenience of the pet owners. The center has been equipped with modern facilities for medicine and surgery, including diagnostics and emergency care.
So this is like my second time. First time I came for a consultation because I got this cat like a couple of days ago, and she's just a baby kitten right now, and I'm here for the vaccination. So yeah, the last time I came, the doctor gave me some medicine for her dewormation, I guess. So yeah, this is the second time and I'm here for the vaccination of my kitten. Okay, my experience was really good. The doctor is really nice and cooperative, and she really listens to your problems. So yeah, it's good.
Dr. Asam Khalid Mahmood is an associate professor and officer in charge. Started his career as a lecturer in surgery under the learned supervision of senior faculty in University of Veterinary and Sciences.
Thank you very much for a discussion on the pets. It's a very interesting topic as far as the veterinarians are concerned. And I believe that with the passage of time, the trends have improved a lot. In the past, we were not having this much number of patients in our hospitals. In this veterinary university, we daily have about 200 cases per day. The cat number has increased a lot, the dog numbers is increasing a lot, and the elders as well as the young kids, they are interested in having more pets, different varieties of pets, and even the people are going beyond dogs and cats. They are also keeping other animals like sometimes snakes also, and rats, and something like this, birds, fish, and birds. I believe the most number of the pets is in the birds, and people are having more interest in the animals. And I believe that this is also a part of the education of our kids, our children. A number of stories which we teach them in our schools, they are related to the animals. Bulbul ka bacha, and a greedy dog, a thirsty crow. We teach them with the animals, and children are very much interested in the animals. So it's also a source of very good teaching for them. So I believe that the trends are improving, and the people, whoever keeps the animal, they definitely take care of them also. And most of the people, I believe, they are very much careful for their pets, and whoever is in our hospital, it's a very good reflection that they care for their animals. That's why they have come here to take care of them. Well, people, I believe they start with the fashion perhaps, and after a while they realize that they have a special connection with these pets. And maybe I am having a pet, my children are having a pet because their friend is having a pet, and later on they realize that the comfort, the enjoyment, and the love reflected by the animals in them, they enjoy this thing, and they are more involved in their love then. But I believe they are impressed by someone, people, and then they start keeping the pet. And there are a number of clients, they are the kids I am talking about, they are having pets because their parents were having pet at some time. So they know this thing, how to keep the pet, or their parents love them, they also guide them for having a pet. I believe the person who is having a special care for the animals, for the pets, he proves to be a more sensitive human in society for other humans. He cares more for the other human. He proves a good person in the society. He cannot even tolerate the agony, the problems, troubles the animals are facing. So they are more sensitive to the human, and I believe they are good citizens in general. The message which I would like to give is, I read it somewhere that some of the leaders, international leaders, have said that if you want to judge the nation, you see how do they treat their animals. And I will follow the Hazrat Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, as he was very loving and caring for all humanity, and the same was true for the animals. He used to do riding, he used to ride the horses, camels, and he was very much loving to the animals as well. And this is the same message from my side, that we should not harm the animals. They are dependent on us, and we should give them a special care. And we are of course being judged by Allah through these animals also. How do we treat these animals? So love for the animals, and to be a good citizen, we must care all the people living in our society, and these animals are also a part of our society.